And we are live. Welcome back to another episode of Combermere Lime. And I got invited a second time. That is amazing. Huh? That is amazing, eh?
Yeah, this lime got a lot of juice to squeeze, my brother. So there's enough lime juice for everybody.
Okay, no problem. You wanted to spice it up a bit.
We want to spice up the
Very
lime.
much so. Very much so.
But as you can see, I'm showing off my new microphone here.
Ooh, la la, nice.
Yes, I've got the latest technology. I brought in some stuff from the UK, and check me out. I've got a mini wireless microphone that I could have guests in my studio now. Huh?
Charlie, some people may take that as some sort of
Sex
Device.
toy. Huh?
a
It
device.
looks like a sex toy. I know, but it is not. No,
Yeah,
it's not.
Uh,
I will bring up the sex toys in the next episode. Don't worry.
oh, Lord.
Do we have to send out an APB, missing persons report?
I
For
believe
children?
we just might. We just
Well,
might. We just might.
Yes.
I think so. I think so. But before you came in, we were having a little chat, Hesson and myself, about the kind of nonsense that's going on with minibuses in Barbados, Alicia.
You
They
saw
are,
that video?
Oh
Is
yeah.
that all?
not
We
only
in fact, listen, we have it.
Oh
we
my God.
video. We're going to play the video. We're going to have a chat about this because this is ridiculous. I, you know, recently a minibus was behind me, and it was. I mean, they've got the modified mufflers, so it's really loud. And he was right up, right up. I mean, really too close. It was dangerously close, and he is pressuring me to go faster. But yet, when they're going slowly,
Yeah,
Yes.
because
yeah.
they
Yeah.
want the minibus ahead of them
Yes.
to put some distance between them and the minibus ahead. Oh no, you can't get them to go faster at all. And he is coming
Definitely.
dangerously close behind me, Alicia. I mean, I had to actually pull over and let him go because it started to annoy me, So they are.
They're out of control. Out of control.
Do you love it when they stop and talk to each other? They're
Oh
going in
my
opposite
God.
directions and they
Opposite
stop.
directions. Yes.
They
Yes.
stop and you can stop there for 2 or 3 minutes. They
And the
don't care.
hands are crossed with each other. So, it's
Oh,
crazy.
it's
They're out of
unbelievable.
control.
I think that the penalties need to be increased. I think
Yes.
they need to be under the threat of losing their driver's license, so they
And the
cannot.
permits as well. The permits too.
Absolutely,
Yes.
because
Yeah.
it
They should
doesn't
have.
matter.
I think they
Yeah,
should have like a three strikes on your route. First time is a heavy fine. Second time is a heavy fine and suspension of for like 90 days.
Right.
Third
Yes.
time, 1 year,
Total. Yes.
right?
Very
And
much
a
so.
heavy fine because it is crazy. They're putting people's lives in danger,
Definitely.
you
And
know?
sometimes too, the way how they drive
yeah,
and the music, you can feel the music in your chest, the vibration.
Mhm.
Oh
it's
my
not
God. It's
it's not legal
too
for
much.
them to have the music that loud. It's not,
No.
but they do it because that's what
They
the
get away with it.
passengers want, and the passengers love it.
Yes.
They've got a young crowd they love that music, but yet the older generation, they've got to put up with it. They don't have a choice.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I've
And
even
people
heard
are
people.
rocking the cradle and shaking it and
Yep.
doing
Well,
some
I've heard
crazy things.
I've heard a lot of people say that they're even smoking weed in the vans too.
I won't be surprised.
Yeah, the
No,
drivers
that-
and the thing, they're smoking weed. So I mean, you're a person going home. You're tired coming home from work. You don't want to ruffle any feathers because somebody may say something to you, and you have to put up with that. That's not
Yes.
correct. That's not right. It's not fair.
And then you get out the van, it's all of it close.
Yeah.
They're also using the telephone while they're driving.
Yes, that I've seen. Yes.
That is what they're doing as well, and that
Yes.
that is I don't. Not only is it dangerous, but they have no regard for the safety of their passengers.
Yeah.
When you look at
They
the way
overtake on the sidewalk. They do some crazy, crazy things.
Speaking of all of that, Charlie, pull up the video. Let me see the evidence.
Just 1 second. 1 second here. Here we go.
This is what we're talking about. One of the incidences here.
Wait for it. Watch it till the end. Okay, so he wants to get the one behind wants to get ahead of the minibus in front for the sake of $1.50. Or no,
Yes.
he's driving on
Wow.
the side of the road to
Yeah.
overtake the minibus.
Wow.
Well,
What am
let's
I
read it by
saying?
Royal Bank in Colorado. That looks like Colorado.
I'm not sure where that is.
Let's say Colorado to go up by Royal Bank, Charleston
try-
Park, to go up to
let's-
Bishop Court Hill.
Yes.
Wow.
It looks like,
That's
yes,
That's correct.
yes. What up, Bishop? Yes.
That's
Wow.
correct.
And on the
he's,
opposing side,
he's
Yeah.
going on the. That's correct. He's going on the right side to get ahead.
With no regard for human life. With no regard for human life.
and from Calamarack coming down that road is very busy too.
Mhm.
Yes.
So you could well imagine if someone takes that corner coming down on that side.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's 2 lanes, right? Oh my
Yes,
God.
That one lane.
But is it not? Can the police not take note of the registration number?
Of
And
course, put some.
Do
Yes,
something about this.
of course. They will know who the owner of the vehicle is or the owner of the permit, and then get to that person because he should know who is driving at what time.
That should be an automatic suspension.
Definitely, and a fine, and a fine.
Oh Jesus! Anyway, there's a picture that Hess sent me, but I could not get it to load on the system, so I'm going to show it on the screen here.
Is the license plate?
No. It's the two buses that were like kissing each other,
Oh,
trying to overtake one another.
yellow ones, right?
Yeah, the two yellow
Yes.
ones. Yeah.
Yes, I remember seeing that in a WhatsApp chat group.
Yeah, the kissing cousins.
Wow.
Now imagine that you are sitting at the window on
On that
either
side.
How
Yes,
do you-
either side.
What the heck you think you're going on? You're thinking, this guy gonna kill me.
Yep.
You
My
know?
God.
It's madness. It is absolute madness.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What about the crime in Barbados, folks?
Oh.
What?
We're at number 30. What now? For deaths?
It must be 38 or 39 deaths for the year, murders for the year.
Very
The-
sad
the-
indeed.
The recent shooting where the guy was shot at while driving.
Yes, last week. Yes.
Who is he, by the way? Is he not from a well-known family in Barbados?
I don't know. His face looks vaguely familiar, but I don't know. I saw a couple of clips circulating, but I'm not sure. Nowadays, you never know.
Mhm.
But then you see this his lifeless body being removed from the van. It was so sad.
Mhm.
But without knowing what his injuries were, why did that guy remove him?
I guess they were try to seek help, seek medical attention for him, not
But
realizing.
If it's also an accident, moving someone without proper medical,
But not the
care.
yes,
You could do permanent damage, especially if there's
of course.
spinal
This
cord
is cause
injury.
more harm than good, yes.
Yeah, so I was concerned with why they moved him before.
And how they were carrying him, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So
Yeah.
that was interesting, but I don't think he meant any harm. He was just trying to.
He had all good intentions, but I guess the injuries that he sustained, he didn't have a chance.
Yes, there's a rumor that Michael Lashley is going to cross the floor to the BLP. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear that, but oh my God.
It's rumored.
Wow.
And that is going to be an interesting. And there's another part to that rumor which I dare say I understand that he's earmarked to become the Attorney General.
All right, give me grace.
Rumor has it, allegedly.
And usually in every rumor there's a bit of truth.
Yes, that's correct.
So, it could very well be so, but wow.
Yes, I've been hearing a lot of pressure being put on Miss Watson as well. Apparently, the argument is she claimed that her name was on a list not allowed to enter the event at the DLP,
That's what I heard, yes.
and
But I don't know.
I saw this on the Marcia Week show, and apparently her name was not on the list, but she claimed that it was. So the Marcia Weeks was trying to get her to come out and retract her statement that she was on the list, and it took for someone to come out and overturn that decision for her to get in. But it is alleged that there was her name was
No
not
such
on
thing.
the list, but her name was not on the list. So what is that expression from days gone by? Cat piss and pepper in the DLB. When was the last time you heard that expression? Cat piss and pepper.
As a matter of fact, I said it 2 days ago because it was a couple of incidents. Yes.
There's another expression too. The
What's
dipper
that?
must be rolling in his grave.
Yes.
The
Yep.
dipper
It must
must
be.
be rolling in his grave to see
Yes.
this Titanic mess.
Yes.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
very sad indeed. Yes.
And when I talking about Titanic, I talking about the shit. Cause that shit hitting an iceberg, a big rock, Mount Hillaby, Mount Gay, hitting all types of rocks for me.
Yeah.
Jesus Lord.
Not
I
even
never-
a stinking ship, but a stinking ship.
I grew up hearing cat piss and pepper, but as an adult, I always wondered, what does it really mean? I mean, I could understand the pepper bit.
The smell alone has to be
Oh.
hot, rank.
Okay.
But you know the worst part of this? It is playing out in the public. How are you
Definitely.
going to instill
Definitely.
confidence as the opposition? How are you going to instill confidence in people to leave that other party to come vote for you or to come on board with you? You don't show any
Definitely.
leadership. You don't show any,
Definitely.
I mean, come on. It is absolutely crazy.
Definitely.
You know?
What message are you sending to the youth?
I want to interject that if there's
Somebody
any,
just made a little comment. I don't know if we can ask them to come on and have a word. Beijing girl.
someone
Good
said
night.
good night. That's right. Good night, Beijing girl, whoever you are. By the way,
Is that
if there are any Combermereans watching and who would like to join the discussion to make any comments or raise any issues, feel free. This is a very relaxed conversation. We can talk about anything. We can talk about.
But Charlie, I would put it further. It don't gotta be a Combermere. Whoever on joining us and want to have a chat, come on, we welcome you. You ain't gotta be Combermere.
That is true. That is true. We've put a link in the discussion or the comment section for anyone who would like to join us. Just click on that link and follow the instructions, and you can join us for however long you want to join us and for whatever conversation you want to have with us.
Yeah.
Have you heard what measures the police are taking to combat all of this criminal activity? Because it's really out of hand. And what I also see, I see guys on social media showing off the guns that they have while chanting to music or singing music. Have you seen any of those videos? I saw one with a guy holding an AK-47.
Yeah, I saw that one like a couple of weeks ago. But I mean,
I cannot imagine someone. Why would they show their face and while showing off that they are in possession of an illegal firearm? That is unbelievable, because it's easy for the police to figure out who he is.
clearly there is a disconnect in the country and with some of these folk. You know, um,
Some are seeking notoriety.
Yes, it's uh, there, I don't know. There's not enough encouragement for these young people to do more positive things. And when you find an economy is struggling, there's always an increase in crime.
Very much
yes.
so.
And there has to be a solution. I will go back to what I said last time. There has to be a solution for the young people, especially that feel left out there, that they feel disillusioned, that there's no work, there's no play, there's no outlet for them for their frustrations. And you
Mhm.
know, there got to be some place. And I harken back to the YMCA. Places like that was an outlet for young people. When I was young, we didn't really have a lot of places to go, and that was a place that we could go safely and let loose our frustrations playing sports, interacting with each other without getting dangerously physical. You
Yeah,
know,
Beijing girl is making some comments. She said it's sick behavior, very sad. Also, all fame ain't good fame, which is true.
That's true
Uh,
too.
yeah,
Absolutely, but it cannot be difficult for the police to track down those people who are showing off these guns on social media. It cannot be
I don't believe
difficult.
it's that difficult
No,
because
it shouldn't be difficult because somebody's got to know who they are.
definitely. And I don't know if you noticed, but if someone commits a crime today, within a day or two, that person is caught. So the police, they're doing a fantastic job,
Yeah,
whether it is by ins- tips,
yeah.
something, but they're really, you know, even now, recently I've also been seeing some video clips saying
Mhm.
wanted and the information about them, like cops, how they will show cops here in the US.
Yes. Uh-huh.
They're
Mhm.
getting very creative.
yeah.
We've got Anton in the studio. I'm sure he would like to join us. So let's bring Anton in the studio.
Good night, people. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Good
Good
night.
night, good
Oh,
evening, Mr.
Anton Ali. Okay. Nice to
Yeah,
meet you.
good evening,
Same
Mr.
here.
Chapman.
Thank you.
My
How's
Chapman,
everybody
brother.
doing? How's everybody
We're
doing?
good. Thank you. We're good. Thanks. Nice to see you. Nice to put a
Thank
face
you.
to a name. My name is Alicia. Nice to meet you.
Okay,
So,
Felicia. Nice to meet you.
Hi. Thank
and
you.
Anton, tell us what are your concerns? We have loads of concerns in Barbados at the moment.
My concern is that I can't be in Barbados right now.
Where are you? Where are you, by the way?
I'm in Florida, Fort Lauderdale.
Not a bad place to be.
Not
Not a
at
bad
all. Not at all.
place. Okay. Hope all things going well. I should be in Florida very soon. So I'll be in your neck of the woods.
Okay, very good. Very good. Which part of Florida you heading?
I'm not sure it could be Fort Lauderdale or Miami, but I will know. I'm waiting on a phone call to determine that. And yeah, I'll be in Florida, but
Okay.
I will not miss any of these limes. Believe you me. So wherever I am, I'm on. I'm on.
Okay. Okay. I was on last week,
This
but
part is ready to get on.
yeah, they didn't let me in. So I just sat here and enjoyed listening to y'all comments and stuff, you know.
Yes.
We have
Mr.
Charles.
Pyle.
The police found Charles. We put out an APB on you, Charlie. Uh, it's good to
Well,
see the police are doing their job.
We were getting quite worried.
I'm fine. I'm on base, no problem. I'm safe.
How are things in the Bahamas?
Good, good, good.
Nice.
Good.
Just got back
Very
in from
Nice.
good.
flights.
We started off talking about the behavior of minibus drivers in Barbados, and
Oh, ridiculous.
we showed a video. I don't know if you saw that video where the guy deliberately went on the wrong side of the road
I
in order
saw
to.
that video.
Oh
I
man,
saw that
that
video
is
from Facebook. So
yeah.
I realized that.
Madness. Sheer madness.
But
Yeah.
don't you think they should raise the penalties? Don't you think, Charlie?
Yeah, I mean, it's only a matter of time before
Somebody get hurt.
Carelessness kills an innocent bystander. You know,
Yes.
and
Standard.
they have no
Regard.
regard, or they have no fear, because they know that the penalties are very small, and they'll be back on the road.
In
Both the
no
penalties
time.
from the owner of the minibus and the penalties from the magistrate, because the
Yeah.
magistrate is not going to do much to them, and the owner in the minibus will have them back driving the next day. So they continue to do the foolishness.
Yep.
Mhm.
And they're getting more and more ridiculous. They're allowing to themselves on the street.
Yeah. There's a Wendy Small saying hi, Charlie. I'm not sure if that's you, Charlie. Charlie
Yes,
Pyle
Wendy.
or Charlie Spice, but there's a Wendy Small
Wendy
saying,
Small, yeah, that's one of our classmates, who lives in the States right now.
okay, well, good evening, Wendy. Thanks for joining us. And if you would like us to discuss any topic, failing coming on yourself and discussing it with us, let us know in the chat room, and we will be happy to raise the topic on your behalf. But
All right, Charlie, on that point, I don't know if you mentioned it before, but we have to acknowledge. No, Wendy has come on. We have to acknowledge a classmate from our sixth form, one of the female classmates who unfortunately passed away this Monday, Paula Taylor. I don't know if any of y'all remember Paula. Her brother was Bernard Taylor. She was in sixth form with myself and Mary and Cicely, Roseanne, Marlene, that crowd. And she left us on Monday, so I just thought we should mention that.
So may God rest her soul.
Condolences.
Yeah.
Condolences.
Do we have a picture of her?
No, I've been trying to look for a picture of her for since Tuesday when I was informed. I haven't found one on any of the forums either, so I have to admit I have some friends. One of her brother's best friends lives in Florida, and I asked him to see if he could dig up a picture for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes.
Would you mind asking when did she happen to have a picture by any chance?
I
don't know. We have. I realized that we have very few pictures of that sixth form as a group. Most of those girls show up in cadet pictures, and Paula was not in the cadets.
Yeah. Wendy just said she doesn't have a picture.
Okay. Yeah, but that was a bit of sad news.
Yes. Speaking of news,
Anton, can you tilt your camera? You're kind of low. We can barely see the top of your head. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, thanks.
That's because I have a bald head.
Why does Anton look like the most comfortable person in this group here? Huh?
Because I was there. She mentioned the fact that she can't see my head, so now I'll stand up so that I won't be comfortable.
Just tilt the screen a little bit so we can see.
No, what happened? I was trying to multitask. I was trying to watch Barbados play cricket in that T20 as well as being in the conversation.
Okay.
Hess told me before you
thank you.
joined, all of you. Hess said to me that it is he is aware that the headmistress, the principal, is leaving Combermere.
Sadly, yes.
Yes, she's going to the ministry.
Yeah.
So it's an upward move for her. I mean, obviously, she probably has just a few more years before she retires. So it's an upward move for her, and I don't blame her for that. The only question is, she's done a good job in the last couple of years, and now we're going to have another principal within a space of 5 or 6 years. We have like 3 or 4 principals already.
Yes.
So who is the person that is going to replace her, and what energy and positivity are they going to bring now to our school?
Was she is she a Combermerean, or she came from
No, she was not a Combermerean.
No, but by spirit she is. Combermere seems to run
She
through her
definitely
veins.
had the spirit. She was
Yes,
definitely
she is.
Leah Combermere. But
I've
Yes.
heard
cool.
nothing but good things about her
Yes.
personality, her
In that
drive.
short space of time,
Last,
she's done an amazing job.
She was very interactive with the students. She would walk around and talk to the students, make herself known to them, and but she was also a disciplinarian, which is needed.
Yes.
You know, so she had a good amalgamation of what it takes to be a good principal.
Mm.
So,
And the first female in a long time.
mhm.
Mhm.
Well, they say time and tide waits for no man. So we just got to roll with the punches, and whatever the tide brings in, we have to take it, right?
True, we have no choice. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Anton, since you are a cricket buff, tell us what's going on with cricket. Tell us what's going on right now. Who's playing? I've lost touch with cricket. I need to get back on my game.
Barbados was playing St. Kitts, and in the first 2 overs, they had lost 3 wickets for no runs. That's why I was really
Barbados? That's Barbados?
No, St. Kitts.
Oh,
Yeah, they had lost the first 3 wickets within 2 overs.
wow.
Jesus God.
Whoa.
Wow. Wow.
But then they kind of catching back up now. It's 63 now for the same 3.
Okay.
I'll say something here that's going to be a little bit controversial. I was in Las Vegas and I met 2 elderly British men, and I was explaining to them I was from Barbados. So the guy said, "Oh, you guys play cricket? You guys no, the guy said you guys used to play cricket." I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Well, what the West Indies play right now? It ain't cricket, it's hockey."
Oh, Lord.
He said that they've been playing cricket the more than play ice hockey. So I don't know if you
Well,
watch ice hockey.
you see, I would not, as a cricket buff, I would not have taken that so lightly, because in recent times, the only team that the West Indies could beat was England.
Mm-hmm.
It's only this last time now that they beat us down there, but in recent history, we went up there and beat them. They came down to the West Indies and we beat them. I mean, so, they could talk now because they're winning. So, yeah, you got to hand it down.
Yeah.
But I'm still a faithful follower, and I'm still going to follow my guys regardless. So,
did you play cricket? Did you play cricket, Anton?
I appreciate that.
I didn't play school cricket. I played football, and I played table tennis. Me and Jeffrey Bostic were the 1-2 punch in table tennis there when we were playing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, we had a good team too. We had what's the guy's name? He has since changed his name to Lane. Raymond. He was Mandeville.
Yeah.
Mandeville before,
Mandeville, yeah.
Yes. So it was Jeffrey Bostic, myself, Raymond. I think Courtney Springer played on that team as well, and Lopi the tall.
Yeah.
But he was tall to me because I'm very short, so he was tall to me. And yeah, that was the team. But we did very well.
I happened to go to Kensington when we had the World Cup here, and I want to get your feedback on so many countries now playing cricket. I mean, I what is your take on that, Anton? The fact that so many countries are now playing cricket. Let me hear your thoughts on that.
I'm all for it. That's why it's called the World Cup. You see, we have this thing in the United States where they play football here.
The World
and when
Series.
the team wins the championship, it's called the World Championship, but they don't play nowhere else but here. So I can't see how that could be a World Championship. So I'm all for other teams playing because it's a world, it's a World Cup. So, we got to involve other people. I'm all for that.
I'm all for it as well. As a matter of fact, we have to keep an eye on the United States because they normally put a lot of money behind coaching and equipment and so on. And look out. Next time around, they're
Yeah,
gonna be
but that's not gonna come till about the next 10, 15 years when you and I are probably not around. So I'm not too concerned about the United States. It's just like with football. They came
yourself.
up one year and they did well in the World Cup in
Yeah.
football, and then you haven't heard from them. You haven't heard from them lately. So
But
I'm not too concerned.
I believe they still might do a good job, because based on where the players are from,
Yeah.
Right,
a lot of
Right.
players will be
As
exposed to
long as they
cricket in
don't try
other
to change,
countries.
as long
right.
as they don't try to change the rules, because they got a
But they're
tendency
not.
to do that too.
The good thing is, right, that the players are from other countries, but
Yeah.
Yes.
if those players were any good, they would be playing for those other countries. The reason why that they have to catch on and play for the US is because they probably weren't no good playing for their country. So, you might get one or two here and there that might, do a
I got
good
one question.
performance
Point taken.
once and that.
I have a strong feeling it's going to be, even if an exhibition sport, is going to be included in the next Olympics in LA. Right.
Yes,
So
they're talking about it.
my question is, how do we approach this? Do we approach this as the West Indies regional team, which would have the most clout, or
But
do
that's
we
why you
approach
have to
it?
do it.
Yeah, but the Olympics, does the Olympics
It's
allow
by country,
for that sort of thing?
only
Is
by
it
country.
a country thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
They did
think
have a
I think when
federation.
it comes to cricket, they're gonna do the West Indies,
Okay,
and they're gonna be separate from Barbados.
okay.
I
Okay.
think so. I
Okay.
could be wrong.
By the way,
I could.
we've got some comments in the comment section. We don't want to leave or guess out. Have
Okay.
a look there. I think Beijing girl is saying something. Well, have a look in
Beijing
the
girl is in
comments.
Heather.
Or is
I
this
don't.
Gail?
This Heather.
It could be Gail.
But Charlie, getting back to what you talked about for cricket, right? Cricket
Yeah.
is the second most popular sport in the world after soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? There was a guy that was talking about basketball, and people were saying basketball is so popular, and the guy would say, "Well, LeBron James got 4 million fans or whatever," and the man said, "Well, you know how many fans Virat Kohli got? Virat Kohli
Yeah,
got
cricket is
about
cricket
triple
and
the amount of
soccer.
fans that LeBron James has." And
Yeah.
a lot of
But
people
you
use
also got to understand that India got the second most people in the world. So Virat Kohli could have all his fans in India and still outnumber LeBron.
Yeah.
Mhm. I have a question for you, Charlie. I noticed, well, for some time now, the police have been patrolling with the military guys and in full gear and so on. What powers do they have when it comes to policing? I'm speaking about the military guys.
That operation is called MSCP, Military Assistance to the Civil Power. The police have jurisdiction. The police have the powers of arrest. The military is just there to assist in the manpower situation.
Yeah.
Filling out the patrol docket, because there may not be enough police officers to fully man patrols to the level that the patrols want to be deployed. So that's where the
Okay.
military will come in. The only BDF officers that have powers of arrest are Coast Guard officers.
Oh,
So a soldier is acting just like a civilian, like a citizen's arrest.
okay.
But usually what happens is they just provide the muscle, and the police
Right.
will do the arrest, because the police has the
So
authority to arrest you.
so if let's imagine there's a situation where the assailant is shooting at the police and the military, they have the authority to fire back.
Of course.
I don't know.
You can't say, of course. You have to know what the rules of engagement are. So
But to protect yourself or to protect someone else, isn't that? I was in the military and also in the police too, so that's why I said, of course.
The police have the authority to return fire if
Fire
fired
upon.
upon, right?
Mhm.
It would entirely depend on what rules of engagement the defense force personnel are given before the patrol. If fired upon, this is what you're supposed to do, blah, 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 blah. All right. And they have to go by those rules of engagement. So if the rules of engagement don't returning fire, they would have to basically find a safe place to take cover.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
no, remember, you are in a civil situation. You're not in a martial situation,
Military. Yeah.
right? You're
Yeah.
operating on a civil law, and on the civil law, you are civilian. You're not.
No, but I thought once you are in danger, if someone fires on you, you have the ability to fire back, don't you?
It should be so, but like I say, it depends on the wording of the rules of engagement. If the rules of engagement are not specific, you
Wow.
know, it's best. That's why it's not the best thing for military to be operating in a civilian envelope, because it's a different scene altogether. You know,
Wow.
my scene is if I'm on a patrol and someone fires at me, once I perceive myself and my wards at risk,
At
you know,
risk, right?
I want to be able to
Protect them and protect yourself.
Is that threat?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, you know,
Yes.
for the military, it's all about rules of engagement. If you don't got the rules of engagement to support that action, you need to withdraw or
Well,
get
that's the
So,
classic case.
so why are they carrying around AR weapons then if they can't return fire, if they are fired upon, if they're placed in a
I'm not saying
situation
they can't
where
return
their
fire.
lives
I'm
and
saying
other people's lives are in danger?
It depends on the rules of engagement. If the rules of engagement state only the direction of the police officer, you can return fire to assist in suppression of fire, to aid the police in suppression of fire. That's fine, but
Right.
you don't have the executive authority in the presence of the police, you know, to take action, to take immediate
Right.
action. You have to wait on what that whole structure is set up to be.
Right. Right.
It's not like a movie, you know. It's
No.
a very
I
serious
wasn't thinking of it along those lines. I was thinking of it along the lines that
even as a
if your
civilian.
life is in danger, to protect your life and to protect other people's lives, you could, return fire. But I understand what you're saying, though. I understand what you're saying.
And you see, the military response is a very serious response. You're talking assault weapons.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You see them carrying them around at will, so
So I mean, even as a civilian firearms owner, you just can't shoot somebody. You just can't shoot somebody. So because you stand a chance if the person is in your house at night. But even then, you're looking at some sort of
Listen,
investigation.
Anton, let me tell you something.
as long as you could justify your self-defense, you could fire back.
Listen,
I mean,
Anton,
to be honest, somebody in my house at night. Sorry.
Wendy
But
Small
yeah,
just
that's different.
let me add Wendy to the group here, the discussion.
Okay.
Anton,
Yes,
Hi,
sir.
Wendy.
Hi. Hi, Wendy's joining us. Hi, Wendy.
Hi,
Hi.
Wendy.
Hi, good night.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
We're
Good.
good, thanks. Nice seeing you. Well, nice hearing you. We're not seeing you yet, but we're hearing you.
Okay, I thought you could see.
no.
All right,
We
go
can see
ahead.
that. So
I
perfect.
hit the camera.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm under disguise. or a miss,
So
or a
what is your
misguide.
topic today? What do you want to talk about, Wendy? What comments do you want to make?
But actually, I want to know how you all feel about Kamala.
Oh,
How you feel about it?
Whoa. I am convinced she's going to win. I am convinced she's going to win.
but first of all, Alicia, you better take a little pause for this one.
I will.
She ain't gonna say nothing, but I can say something.
I'm
Though.
just listening. I'm listening.
Right, you just gotta listen in this section because you know why.
Yeah.
Why is that? She don't like her?
No.
Because of her position.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Anton, you are in the red state. Florida is supposed to be in the red state. I don't know, huh?
What is the rest there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But my vote is gonna be blue, so I don't care what state I'm in. I'm still voting blue.
But listen to me though.
Yes, sir.
The developments of today with another case coming up today, another guilty verdict, another felony, Listen, in any other jurisdiction, I would figure that a convicted felon would not be able to run for the highest office in the land. And I just
You would
respect
think so, right? But just like how you were able to explain the military carrying around guns and can't use them, the
my man,
U.S.
don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say they can't use them. I say they act on the rules of engagement that are given at the beginning of the operation. Whatever those
Okay.
rules of engagement are, they will act to suit.
Okay.
Let's
But
get
the
back to
thing is,
Wendy's comment, by the way. Let's get back to Wendy's comment. Who's got a comment?
Sure.
Kamala. I have the greatest respect for that woman. Greatest respect. I don't care if she's Indian or she's black or both.
well, she's both.
She's
Yeah.
both, yes.
She's both.
Well, listen.
She's both. She's-
There is no comparison,
Mhm.
right? There's for any decent thinking person, as far as I'm concerned, right? They ain't an option.
Mhm.
She's Amerindian.
No, she's not
no option.
Amerindian.
No, her mother was East Indian from Delhi or from India.
Yes, and her father was Jamaican.
Her father's Jamaican.
Yeah.
Her
And
father
she's born
is
in America.
Jamaican. Her father is alive and is in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen, you can
We
be
need
both.
to hear Wendy's opinion about Kamala.
Listen,
Wendy, let us
can
hear
be
your
both.
opinion of Kamala.
Right? My mom.
So
my
why
mom-
can't she be Amerindian?
Listen, Anton. My mother is
Yes, sir.
Indian. My mother is Indian and my father is black. So what am I? I'm both. I have both Indian
You're
blood
Jamaican.
and black blood in me, right?
Right. But I said that when I said Amerindian, I mean she's an American, she's Indian and West Indian. So there goes the Amar for American and the Indian for both West Indian and Indian.
Mhm.
I mean, she could call herself whatever she likes. Don't forget, Tiger Woods called himself some other thing
And
too.
his mother is Asian and his father is black. So how you can't just say he's black because then he puts his mother's culture.
That's
down.
why I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But he doesn't say. He calls. I can't remember what the name that he called himself.
Mhm.
But it wasn't just Asian American. It was he had a distinct name for himself. I can't remember what it was because it was back when he was winning. You see, now that he isn't winning, it doesn't matter what the hell he is. But when he was winning,
But wait, how
when
come
he was
all of a
winning,
sudden? How come all of a sudden this big thing about Kamala's race and people could call
Well, it's
themselves
Trump that brought it
he,
up.
she,
That
did,
was-
them?
That wasn't
Right?
an issue before.
Huh?
It's Trump that brought it up. It's Trump that brought
That's
it
right,
up.
that's
His
right.
usual got to type
Yeah.
talk, you know.
Come on.
But I mean,
at the end of the day, she's
what
black
she
and
did
she's Indian.
is
So
not a problem because she there's no scars or anything on her reputation. She has come up being a very strong prosecutor. You know, fighting for the middle lower class kind of thing.
well. When you say that, though, she has a record of putting more black people in jail than anybody else now.
Well, the ratio is that more black people go before her than anybody else because
Well, okay. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, she still put more black people in jail.
Very
but
good
that-
point,
that's-
John.
that's given to her. She ain't
Listen,
going looking for them.
that shows that she's not biased. If
No,
you're wrong, you're
all-
wrong.
all that
White,
happened
black,
is
blue,
we
or
all
pink,
know
right?
the problems. We all know the problems in the U.S. because of the socio-economic envelope.
Yeah.
More black males tend to go the route that they can be they follow the law than the whites. You know, and they're the ones that seem to go to jail more than the whites. You know.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like a system that's actually stacked against them because you will get pulled over and they'll stop you and check you out and all of that quicker than they do it to one of the white boys.
Yep.
Right. And
And-
when you say
and-
that too, you also
and
have
it
to
can-
say,
Walk away from that too. We don't get any more serious ramifications because In recent times, you've seen the level of violence that they can escalate to for simple
Right,
topics.
but you also have to say too that there's more blacks who are in prison
Yeah,
for wrongfully. They're in prison
yeah.
because I mean, everything is stacked
Because
up against them.
Everything is
So
set
yeah,
up
so
against
there's
them.
a lot of them that
sometimes
are wrongfully in prison.
they're
The job
pointed
is money
out.
for good defense. You know.
Sometimes they're really innocent and they're pointed out.
Yeah,
You know, and the wrong person points at the guy because well, it's supposed to be a black guy, and they don't
right,
even check to see if it's the right person. So at
Well,
least
right.
thank God for DNA. But
Exactly. I was just
not
about to
that
say that. You see,
yeah.
but
yeah, not that
eyewitnesses,
they're all
anybody could come and
innocent.
say it is him,
Yes,
and they would just convict the guy because some person just, it's him, or some person was, he assaulted me, and they don't even check.
They
They
don't check.
just,
yeah.
And you know
no, they don't
when
check.
you look back at
You,
these
you,
serious
you you could
criminals,
be easily walking your dog or something, and
Yeah,
then some woman accuses
out
you.
jogging, when these people are out jogging and get beat to death.
Yes,
Like
yeah.
guys that shot and killed that black boy that was taking a jog. You know.
yeah,
And when
yeah,
you
How
look
about
back,
that boxer, Hurricane Carter?
a real serious crime in the states, right?
yeah.
You can only remember one black man, the Atlanta sniper.
Yes.
That was a black man. Everybody else is some
Yeah,
sort of freak. You understand?
yeah.
Look at that's
So,
one like
so
what is CNN today with this 14-year-old child with this freak father that gave him an AR rifle. You
For
understand?
how
Christmas.
about the guy in
The boy
Washington
had a
D.C. that was just
the boy had a
shooting people
medical
from the
report
trunk of his car? He was black.
huh?
The black guy that was shooting people from the trunk of his car, he was black.
That's the Atlanta guy in it.
The
Not
No, that
DC
was
guy.
Washington D.C. That was
DC,
I think that was
DC,
Washington D.C. or Maryland.
DC,
EDC
DC.
sniper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because when you
Charlie,
say
So
the
I mean,
you're
Atlanta
talking
okay.
about
massacre, I was
the
thinking
guy.
about the guy at the Olympics.
It's Olympics.
There was a
84.
guy in
Some year,
Atlanta or something
sometime
that
back.
shot up,
Not 84.
the place. Yeah, but
Tell me
I
about
think he
that.
was
Tell me
white,
about this
wasn't
guy, Charlie. The latest. What's the latest with this
He was
14-year-old guy?
arraigned today. He was arraigned today. He's in juvenile.
he? And his
He,
father
he,
And
also.
his father. His
he's
father
getting
was charged also.
his father was charged also with
They
second
said
degree
his
But
murder.
father is
not in juvenile.
54.
He's being charged as an adult now. He's being
Yes.
charged as an
Child is
adult.
being charged an
But
adult.
but death is off the table. He's not
Death is off the
gonna be,
table.
yeah.
Life
Right.
imprisonment for without parole or with parole. That's the two
But you
options.
No,
see,
no, no. He's
but
not
they're
going to
trying
get
to say
parole.
that that they had problems because apparently
Yeah,
sometimes the
but
parents used to shut out the kids and they'd be outside asking to be let in and crying and all that. And apparently
the,
the mother has been arrested and
the
she's
mother been
also been
arrested
to
Yeah.
as well.
jail. So they're
Oh, I
already
did hear
trying
about
to
her.
say,
She's in jail
yeah,
now too.
The mother was
she
arrested for
was.
drugs.
She was arrested. So they're
Yeah.
trying to say, already trying to say that because of, the problems this kid had.
Mm-hmm.
That's already the picture that they're trying to paint.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you hear? Did
Wow.
you hear? Did you hear the What happened too is that the FBI had him under a watch list.
Since
Yeah,
So the
last year.
father was aware that he was on a watch list.
Yeah.
The
and
father
he
went
still
out
gave
and
them
bought
the
him
gun.
an AR-15 gun for Christmas.
But
So
that's
that's
why he
why
get
Hmm.
the
arrested
father.
fast.
That's why they arrested him now
That's why
too,
he get arrested
because
fast.
he's trying to say, "Oh, he bought the gun because they go hunting." But who takes an AR-15 gun hunting? That's an assault weapon.
But yeah, but he was also proud of when his son shoot when he shot and he had blood on his face, and that was something that the father was proud of.
Wow. But he has a lot of
Idiot,
blood on his
man.
face now
Idiot.
and on his hands too.
Yeah.
Exactly. We had, when I was still working, because I was a corrections officer, when I was still working, I happened to be watching that guy that killed 17 people down here,
Yes.
Cruz. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I spent a whole year watching him, escorting him to and from. That was a handful. This guy, oh my goodness. These people, I can't understand what can go through somebody's mind that you could want to just kill,
But
you
why
know.
does it only happen in the US of yeah? Other than the
But the
US of
chill,
yeah. Norway is the only other place that had a freaky accident like that a couple of years back. That guy killed
It
all
didn't
them.
happen. It didn't happen in Germany or something.
No, that's
But
But
you
we're
should
You
talking
don't
about
get a
school shootings.
family
We're
in
talking
Germany.
about
I'm
happened
not.
school
in
shootings,
Norway.
or are you
It happened
talking
in
about
Norway a
shootings?
couple of years back. He killed quite a few people. But it was a racially. This guy was like a neo-Nazi, and he went out killing. It was a Christian camp or something out there, and he killed all these youngsters on the island. They made a movie from it, right? Something happened in Germany the other day, but I mean, things happen in
Yeah.
other places like in England and stuff, but not at this scale and not at this frequency.
No.
You know, the guy in England the other day that started all the riots in England, um, you know, saying basically went loose up top. Uh, the thing is, these people are analyzed, and there's a warning put out on them, and nobody does anything, and they let them out there in society, and then the break or the crack or the the do stuff without reservation, and then it's all
Well,
like oh, we heard about him, but we didn't do anything because we didn't have grounds for arrest and all this kind of crap, you know.
Yeah.
let me say this, right?
They,
Let me
they,
say
they, they
this.
let him go.
Let me say this because in a similar situation, a black girl called and made a threat to a school. She was apprehended right away. These
Yeah.
white guys, the same guy Cruz and this same guy, they had them on a so-called watch list, but because they're white, they weren't arrested. They went by,
Yeah.
slap them on the wrist, and say, "Okay, you go ahead." You know.
But yeah, but look,
So,
look what happened this week. The
but
kids
that's what
would
I'm
not let
saying.
him back in
When
the
you're white,
classroom.
you're right. When you're black, it's a different story.
But this was bound to go down because the kids would not let him back in the classroom when he left. So he went to
Did
another
you hear what
classroom.
he used to do, though? Did you hear what he used to do? He would ask for a pass to go to the bathroom, but he wouldn't take the pass. He would leave to go to the bathroom. Sometimes he would come back, sometimes he wouldn't come back. And it was treated like nothing.
But this particular day, his class decided not to let him back in.
And
But
maybe it's a good thing.
So then he
Because
went to a different
I think
class.
they said
wait,
I
how
think
does
they
he
said
get how does he get an
a
AR-15?
girl looked through the door and saw him with a gun in his hand. So that's why she didn't let him back in.
How did he get an AR into a school environment? That's a
Because
long
they put it underneath their coat or they put it in their bag and nobody.
AR can't fit in the bike.
Oh, really? You'd be surprised, buddy. You would be surprised.
There's a
They
comment
got
by
long bags,
Beijing
you
Girl.
know.
Charlie, there's a comment by Beijing Girl saying, don't forget about the young man that took to Burger King before taking him to jail.
Yeah, but the guy said he was hungry.
Definitely. Yes. Again, where you're right, you're right.
The guy said he was
Yeah,
hungry.
when you're right, because I can tell you, even like in school, the slightest thing, it's the black kids, that they
Of
look at.
course.
I just
Because
admire you for
I
saying
remember I
that's
remember my son telling me that when a phone rang one time, a cell phone rang in the class when he was in a freshman or something, and they just had maybe like, because he was at an all boys school, he said there were only maybe like three black guys in the class and a couple Indians. That's it. Everyone else was white. And he said that the white teacher, the first thing he did is he went to one of the black kids to search his bag for the phone. And I guess then he realized what he was doing and he stopped. But he went straight to a black kid when a phone rang.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about
It's
this
crazy.
situation? This guy was out to dinner. He was out to dinner with his family. And him and the father got into it. So he left the dinner. But apparently he had taken some kind of drug. And walking home, he passed by this husband and wife sitting in the garage just enjoying the fresh air. He went up to them, talked to them, and the next thing you know, he started eating them. And I mean physically, when the police come, this guy was eating them, blood all over his face. He had killed them, he was eating them. And they
Oh no.
just, yeah, they just treated him like not, oh
There's a
really? And
cannibal.
they just, right. But the black man got pulled over for something that was, nothing. And the police made him step out his car. made him walk to the back of the car. When he's walking back to get into the car, the police fired and killed him. But these people that are caught murdering, like that guy that killed all those people in the church, and the next thing you know, they're taking him to McDonald's and stuff before they drop him off at jail.
Yeah.
This guy is caught literally eating the dead people because he was on some kind of drug, and they just cleaned him up
Folks,
and
I'm
took him
gonna
to
have
jail.
to excuse myself. I have to go to dinner. But Charlie, you have the ability to close the show, don't you? You're an admin, so I'm going to have to step off and go for dinner. But thanks for having me again, folks. Continue this amazing conversation and look forward to next week's session. Okay, so have a good night, everyone. I've got to excuse myself. Okay,
Enjoy your dinner.
Thank you. Bye for
All
now.
the best. Take care. Nice seeing you again. Thanks for coming.
You're
Thanks.
welcome.
Take care. Have a good one.
So what do you guys think now about the local situation? I saw, I was going to actually copy it, but the young lady's language is a little rough for our show. She does make comments.
We're all adults.
No, she really rough though. I mean, she real, but you know, we still gotta watch the Combermere Lime and thing. But you see, this girl was real. She said, "Listen, she's a bad girl. She come off the street. She know what it's like. You know, some people want shooting, but when apparently a child was shot recently in a
Yes. A doorway?
a collateral damage shootout.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that was the straw that broke this young lady's back. And she said, "Listen, when they're doing foolishness, you know where a man live. You know we sleep. You know we eat. You know that's where you can't put it low because you know where he's do the other thing and this and going on and on. If you want somebody, you know where to get them. But shooting somebody, you know you got I'm sure you all got family, mothers and sisters and thing, and I assume that you care about them. So why are you going out there causing these problems in society? You just don't shoot well, so we can do better than that." And I thought it was a very pointed and grassroots attack on what's going on right now, you know. But she is true. She is true.
But Charlie, let me say this too. The majority of these killings, these people know who they're killing. They are people that committed crime against them. They don't report it to the police. And I was speaking to this friend of mine when I was in Barbados recently. He is retired from the Defense Force, and he was telling me what he would do. And this is just his suggestion. When he apprehend even the victims, he would keep them locked up until they tell them who shot them. He said because what they're doing, they're not reporting it to the police. They're taking their licks. If they get shot, they're coming out. They're recovering. They know where the person lives, and they go back and shoot them. That's why we were seeing cases where murderers were being let out on bail, and then they were being shot as well.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
but the thing about that is they're making money from it though because they already got the bail money.
But we can't keep feeding them for free though. we need some money to keep the prison going.
Let them on bail, let them get killed. You got the money anyway.
Let them get killed. That one less person you got to worry about. But I think the majority of the gun violence in Barbados is these gangs and these people know who they're killing. They're just not going and shooting at the place and shooting innocent people. They're targeting one person. Even this guy that got killed the other day in where was it?
Gall Hill or something like that. Gall Hill?
Yes, up there, right. They said that he had either killed or he had attempted to kill somebody. And somebody last year or earlier this year tried to cut his throat and they didn't succeed. So they know.
Heard he almost got his throat cut. Yes.
Yes. These people know who they are targeting. So the gun violence in Barbados, yes, you don't want to see it because, as you said, because of collateral damage. Because Being a
that's right.
trained person in the military, you know how to handle a gun. But when you go and put a weapon in some of these people who don't know a gun from a cap gun, and they're shooting, you see people shooting sideways because it looks cute. But that's not how to handle a gun, because the gun,
Yeah.
the bullets could go
That's
anywhere.
TV
Yes.
work. People see
But
TV.
so you think these people don't try to emulate what they see on TV?
They
Yes,
try to
They
like,
try to
emulate
do
that.
like the
everything they
young
see on
man
TV.
in the pine who was shot in his eye, his ribs, and his foot.
Oh Lord.
You can tell that person didn't know what they were doing.
That's a very,
Clearly.
very big group. That is so
But
rich.
they said that the guy was
Was shot.
hanging.
Yeah.
He was hanging with a group. He was hanging with a group when he got shot too, wasn't he?
He was just sitting down. He was there hanging out, I guess, with some
But
people.
with a
But
group,
the
with a
guy
But the
group.
passed
problem
him,
the problem is that the
and
guys come by and the fire shots in the direction of, right? So you
Yeah.
get a lot of collateral damage because invariably the person that you really want to hit don't get hit, and the
yeah,
innocent player going to the shop or just sitting
yeah,
out there
Yeah.
for relaxation is the bullets
mm,
get hit, you know, and
mm.
But the
that's
fact
the
that he was shot in his eye, in his ribs, and where else?
His foot.
but
And his foot, they were targeting him. Probably a
No,
whole lot
I
of
get the
shots missed him.
impression.
Probably a whole lot
No,
missed him, but they hit him.
no.
Three of them hit him. So I think they were
Yeah, but
targeting him.
apparently it's
that's
alleged. I don't know, but it's alleged
absolutely
that he said
very
there was some verbal, some discussion before, and he made some mention. Oh, somebody said, "Man, I'll shoot you, man," or just
Oh, you
but
see?
not that he meant it. He said something. The guy
Oh,
left and came back. And see what the gun, you talk about gun report, gun is now, bram, bram, bram.
exactly. But you
Yes.
see, the thing is that
But
back
the
in the
guy
day when
probably
we used
just
to,
said, you know, said something,
back
but
in the
didn't
day
really
when we used
mean
to make
anything
Yeah.
by it.
idle threat, we used
Yeah,
to say, "I can hit you with a big rock."
yeah.
right.
Yes.
I will let you
Now,
down
if
doing
you if
something,
you
but
make an idle threat and say
yeah,
you can shoot somebody, you better got a gun, because
yeah.
they're coming back to shoot you.
But
So you
Unfortunately,
can't
that's what
make those
happened in his
threats.
case.
And not only
but
You
that,
can't make those threats
even if you don't
anymore,
say
man.
that,
that's a arrestable offense,
because
you know.
remember when Sandra Burrows got shot in Barbados, the girl that she used to like Mighty Gabby. He wrote a
I
poem and
heard about a
she got
lady that
shot. Right.
subsequently passed away
Sandra.
after. Yes.
Right. Yeah, Sandra. Right. I
Uh-huh.
knew her very well. She her brother was driving. She was home on vacation. And this guy had the car parked where he shouldn't have had it parked. And she told him if he didn't move it, she would call the police. And he went in for a gun and came back out and shot her.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And then they had to airlift her to the United States. But she didn't do too well after,
Mm-hmm.
And she
But then
died?
she caught
She
COVID.
succumbed to those
She,
injuries some long time after. Yeah.
she caught
Oh,
COVID
wow.
Yeah.
and and then she died. And then her
Oh, that was the
grandson,
lady that was
then her
Gabby had
grandson,
a
he
child
got
for
killed
her or
too
something?
in a smoke shop. Last year he got killed in a smoke shop.
Yeah.
Somebody
Oh
just came in
yes.
and killed him.
Yeah.
Remember when Gabby's family or somebody's he had family that was a singer too, right? He was Gabby's family.
Yeah.
He was
Grandson.
he was his
Grandson.
grandson. Her daughter for Gabby,
Probably had
right?
his.
That son. The daughter had a son, and that was the
You
guy he
remember
grew up
that?
on.
You remember that? That
Yeah,
was a real freak accident. Well, it was a robbery gone bad. You know.
Yeah.
yeah. It was that one was in the smoke shop, but in the case of her, it was really an innocent person was shot, all because she said, "I'm gonna call the police."
Wow. That's
So I
so
mean,
sad.
In Barbados, when you see somebody park and they don't want to move, you can't do nothing.
It's so funny that you said that, right? Because when I was home, this guy came and parked in front of my driveway. I mean, he could clearly see that it's a driveway, but he put his car directly in front of the driveway so nobody can
Mm-hmm.
get in.
Oh,
And I said to him, I said, dude, can you just move the car up a little bit or back? I see you park in front. I coming back. I left it alone because you know what?
oh.
Just as you said, the slightest thing you say to people now is
Yeah.
Yes.
grounds to get shot.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I left it alone. I said the hell with it. You know, first of all, I didn't have a car to put in the
Can't
driveway
argue with
at the
nobody.
time anyway. But it's so ridiculous.
Yeah. They don't care. Now, this is somebody match you. You gotta tell them sorry.
Say
You
again.
can't even give a chance now.
You better don't match somebody, especially if you match
No,
the
if
new
you match,
sneakers.
no, if somebody match you, you should tell them sorry because
Yeah.
otherwise, yeah, it's just that sad.
Yeah. My size 7 shoes just happened to work its way under your foot there, you know. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. Sorry about that. These things happen.
That's why you
Oh
always
my
say
God.
you're relatively safe
Yeah.
at home because if anybody come there, you ain't got no explanations to me. Once you go out, and you inadvertently tell anybody anything, you can find yourself in all kind of sticky situations.
Of course.
This
Yeah.
sticky situation, let me be home. You know, let me be home.
Yep. These days are funny nights.
Yeah, so true.
So well, who else? But
I just happened to hear, I don't know how true.
nobody in Barbados. You
I,
really
sorry,
think nobody
sorry.
that is in Barbados? Nobody that is on is in Barbados. I was here to ask what's going on there.
No, but Gail, Beijing girl, if it's Gail, she's in Barbados. But I was just made to understand, I don't know if it's true, that a Combermere won a scholarship this year. Ariana Lewis?
A Barbados scholarship?
Yeah, Combermere.
That would be
I'm
nice.
not sure if it's true, but I just happened to hear that. I saw it in the chat, so I don't know. I sent out a message trying to find out if there's any truth to it. If so,
Well, that would be.
I'll be
We really want
extremely happy for that.
did we really want to send Trevor Shepard?
We had
They
yeah,
then they have
David
when
Byer,
when
David
Dorian
Byer, David
Dorian was
Jomery,
the head.
David Jomery, David Byer.
All right,
Um,
Jean
then we
Marie
had a few. They were far in between though,
in between.
When
Yeah.
people
Dorian was
still
the head,
realize though
Dorian Pyle.
we get a lot of athletic scholarships every year, don't you know? People don't speak about that. We get a lot of athletic scholarships.
But did
But
we get when Dorian was the head?
I will have to find out. That was
I
after I
I
left.
somehow I thought so.
what's going on with these athletic scholarships when these people go away and they run on the U.S. circuit and what I don't see the
Them
kind
coming back. You
no,
said brain drain.
I don't see the performance levels that you would expect from running um, on the US circuit with steady competition. Although I've heard that competition schedule burns them out. Um,
Of course. Of course. I had a niece. She went to Boston University on an athletic scholarship. And 2 years into it, she gave it back. She told they had her waking up every morning at 4:30, training, and she still had to do her full
academic.
schedule in school,
Yeah.
all the studying, everything. And it was just too much for her. She gave it back. She gave it back. So
No,
I
no,
could understand. I
right
could
now
sympathize with that.
the best shot we got is Shadia. You know,
Yes, yes. And
Yeah,
you could see
but the
that,
only
and you could
problem
see
though
that
is
she's not
yeah.
up to the top
But
top
the
five
thing
yet.
is,
she got a
we need to have
dog.
facilities for our athletes to train. We shouldn't have to go to Jamaica and other places to train.
We
That's
don't even have a
that's
we
totally
don't have a
unacceptable.
stadium anymore.
Oh, you
Stadium
We'll check
is
with the
just
Chinese.
there.
The Chinese building a stadium at the stadium. So we will have facilities.
When in
Okay.
20
Yeah,
what
but
20 2030?
listen, people. It ain't only just the facilities. You
facilities.
need sponsorship. You need good nutrition. You
And
need
you
proper
need good
weight
coaching.
training.
You need
It's a
you
lot
need a
involved.
competitive field.
And you also need world class athletes too, because you can have all the facilities. If you don't
That's
have the
what
world class athletes to train them,
that's why Shade's in Jamaica because
right? So
every time you look around, you're looking at somebody that is a potential world champion in Jamaica. Jamaica got a whole depth
exactly,
of
Yeah.
exactly.
so competition. Nationals in Jamaica, I dare say, is as rough as the world's. You know, um, so she's good there. But it's also that that you see the sponsorship thing and the nutrition and all that kind of stuff. 3 years ago, Nicholas Paul from Trinidad was the fastest man in the world, over 200 meters. And you can't fault Trinidad. Trinidad got one of the best cycling tracks in the world right now. And he was flying, right? I looked at the Olympics this time. It
You're
isn't like,
seeing?
it isn't like Nicholas gets slower, but the competition gets so much faster, you know. And all these new bike designs come out and all this kind of thing, all this new technology come out.
Mhm.
And it's like he was parked at this position, and these men going past. And I
Yes.
expect the man to at least get up in the medals from just time a time standpoint, and the man ain't even make finals.
But Charlie, think about Sade, right? The rumor is that Sydney McLaughlin Lavroni is going to be running the 400 flat along
Yeah,
with the hurdles.
that's the
So the
rumor.
competition just went up 5 notches, not one, right? So what she's running now, she got to shave at least another 3 seconds off of that to keep up with what's going on.
But you can see if you look at her wrist profile, that she feels in that last 100 meters. For the time she come off the curve, the final curve,
Yes. Her finish is not good at all.
she just
Yeah.
not, if she don't
Yeah.
have the momentum coming off the curve and some sort of lead, from the stagger, she can't fuck down straight with them girls.
But Charlie, that excuse that you just used,
Which one?
I've been using that for the West Indies team. That the
Well,
competition caught up and pass them.
yeah.
It's not that the West Indies bad.
Well,
The
it's good.
competition caught up and pass the West Indies still good. So I am going to keep watching my West Indies till they catch back up. So I'm going to keep that excuse that you use, and I'm going to use that.
That's an explanation. That's an explanation. It will only get solved when corporate society and society as a whole realize that sport is a business. You can't make sport a sport. Sport is a business.
No,
You got to throw a lot of money
it
into
is
it.
a business. It is a business. And these people, and because it's a business, the window of opportunity is very slim. These people only got a few years to maximize their potential. So
8 to 10
if
years.
they let that go, they might not get another chance. So it is a business.
So it's like
I'm listening.
you you can't go to a company in Barbados and say, listen, a company in Barbados want to sponsor you $3,000-$4,000 for a year. That's a joke.
That's a joke. Of course.
It's a little bit competitive,
Beijing, can we invite Beijing girl to join in the studio to hear from her?
Hold on.
'Cause is she still on?
I don't know.
Is that Gail?
No, that's Beijing Queen. This is Beijing Girl.
Vision girl
Oh, sorry. Okay. I kept thinking.
We never finish answering these questions either.
That's true. Yes.
That's okay. We can handle that next week.
Next week,
It'll be after the,
boy,
it'll
listen,
it'll be after the
the
debate.
topics is coming fast and furious now. So you put it off the next week.
Yeah, no, but it'll be
That might
after
be
the
like Charlie's
debate.
excuse. The competition can catch up and pass that.
No, it'll be after the debate. So we will have because we're
But
not sure what's gonna
I
happen.
think it's more effective at that point.
Yeah, we know
Okay,
what
fair enough.
we know what we believe could happen, but
Yes.
we're not sure because we're still dealing with a skill rat.
Yes, well,
Anyhow, you know that these phones can be monitored. So you got to watch how you're calling Donald Trump, what you call him, because you
I
don't know
did
who
not
you
call his. I did not call his name. You did. I got put in Facebook jail 2 years
Okay.
after. At 2 years
Okay.
after he was no longer president, I was put in Facebook jail for something I said when he was president.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
They ban you from Facebook.
No, I was put in jail.
So what is that?
When they put, you never got him put in jail yet in Facebook?
No. I'm one of the good guys.
Well, ask Eric Lewis or one of the when you get put in Facebook jail, you can't. Sometimes it's not as bad, so you might still be able to say something. But generally speaking, you get banned for like at least a
Really?
week or a
Wow.
month or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh wow.
the
they ban you. So
See, the thing is, I
And
don't
that's for
really
the
say much
physical.
on Facebook. I don't say much on Facebook, so I guess
yeah.
I wouldn't want that kind of.
most of
Well,
our
after
Facebook,
that, I
Facebook,
common sense. I curb what I had to say from then on, and just leave it at that. I mean, because it was like about 2 years after he was gone.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah. You gotta watch what you're saying, especially politically. Like right now, I just doing stuff just for jokes. This friend of
yeah.
mine, this childhood friend of mine, she puts in every day these drinks, and the drinks had some of the kinkiest and names to them. So I've been teasing her because we grew up together in Boston, and they have some that are like they had this drink years ago that used to be named Sex on the Beach. Well, Sex on the Beach is is clean to compare to some of these drinks that
No,
she's putting
yeah.
in on Facebook. I don't know if any of you guys have been seeing some of these drinks and the concoctions that go into making them.
No, not me.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, good. You're safe then. At least they'll keep you out of Facebook jail.
No, since then I have not been back in Facebook jail. I was
Oh,
put
good.
on like partial Facebook jail after once, and but since then I just spread love and
Okay.
peace and
There you
and
go.
jokes
There you go.
and jokes.
Right. But that's what I've been doing. When she put these drinks in there, I've been always making a comment, but just for laughs. But
But
sometimes I gotta watch it because other people might be watching it and think that there's something going on between me and her when we
oh
actually
Lord,
grew up as kids. No, we grew up as kids in Boston because I went to Boston at 15. So my mother knew her mother, and we knew each other from young.
hmm
So I always kid around with her when I see her. Uh, put something on Facebook, but I know pretty soon somebody's gonna say something.
you can't worry about that. At this stage in life, you just gotta enjoy life.
And that's me. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
Mhm.
I'm here, happily retired and enjoying every day.
Yeah.
As
Come
the old saying goes, I don't even know if Sunday come on a Monday now.
on, it's crazy.
But Anton, you say you're enjoying us, and I'm saying giving trouble in the 78 track.
Man, no. I just try not to. I just try not to. But Hess, you see that guy Hess there? Oh my goodness,
Oh God, man, what you stirring up trouble for?
he's the trouble starter. Hess does do a side chat and tell me, listen, man, this body here needs. So I just got to then bring out the bad side.
Oh,
mhm.
crazy.
Wait,
So
wait, you
blame
wait,
Hess, don't blame me.
wait,
You're in
Anton,
trouble.
wait, Anton. We went to Sunday
Huh?
school together. We went to Sunday school together.
Together.
You gotta lie like that.
What are you telling that you
He
had
said
a cousin
Sunday
that
school.
used to go to Sunday school
He
with
didn't say
us?
confirmation class.
Well, you
But
didn't.
no, he had a cousin. He had a cousin that used to go to Sunday school with us. That was one of the biggest liars. I mean, this guy used to lie for no reason, and that was his cousin. Boy, I tell you.
Lionel? What's his name, Lionel?
No,
No. Hess,
No.
what was his name again?
No,
you
not
can't.
just being
Hang
facetious,
on,
but
hang
listen,
on,
Lionel.
Mercy.
Oh, huh? You're not
Lionel,
going to embarrass it?
Lionel, Alicia,
Yo, this
Lionel.
guy. Oh my God, this guy
Lionel.
used to lie. Me and Hess used
Lionel.
to be in Sunday school laughing because whenever he tell a lie, you know he's telling a lie because once his mouth is open, he's lying. So everything, man. We used to be in there. We used to be
So
in Sunday school
he was Lionel
laughing
in
all
truth.
the time.
He was a real
Yes.
Lionel.
What? What? This guy was. Oh my
Lionel.
goodness. Something else, man.
Mhm. Yeah, he was a piece of work.
What? My boy.
Who's still around?
He lives.
Hey,
No, Hess said he moved overseas
in
somewhere.
Europe.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
you?
Hess was telling me move over. Because
Okay.
they asked him for him one day. He told me move overseas.
Yeah, he lives in Europe.
Okay.
But the biggest liar, and I mean, this was at an early age. We were like 12 or 13 at the time, 11, 12. And this
Yeah,
boy,
yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah, you remember Hess? I mean, he
yeah,
could just
yeah,
make up stuff, man. Oh my goodness.
yeah, yeah.
It
Listen.
was something else. It was something else.
He had a good imagination.
Oh,
Yes, a
he
vivid
was
Very
a
much so.
imagination.
Very much so, boy. Oh my goodness.
mhm.
That was something else. So listen,
All right, so
okay, well, since we can't get back to Wendy's question until next week, maybe
No,
we could.
you could just touch on it and maybe make your comments. And then next week after the debate, then you could always, you know, expand on
Well,
it.
I mean, before the debates, after the debates, nothing is going to change. I know who she's up against, so it's not going to matter to me, regardless. You know, as 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 someone was saying in the chat, they're trying to taint her reputation by saying all kind of ridiculous stuff about her. But I mean, she went to first of all, she went to a black
It's
university,
HBC.
Yeah.
She went to
right?
HBC.
Right. So I don't know how Donald Trump could all of a sudden now say that she just become black. She went to that
And
college.
she belonged to
anybody
the
with listen,
sorority.
you whatever Donald Trump
Right.
says goes through his ear and comes out through that ear. I don't. The man is a total twit. I don't listen to him. You understand? He's become when I hear him now, it's just annoying. It's just annoying. He opens his mouth. You
Uh,
know,
But
and I
but
she
at
will
least
say
you
but
listen
she
to him. I
ignores
don't
it,
even listen. I
She
don't
anything.
doesn't
even
even
listen.
dignify it with an answer. She ignores it.
Exactly. I don't even listen. So at least
I
you
don't
listen
listen
to
to
him.
him, man. You
I
know,
don't listen to nothing he has to say. Nothing.
he was talking some stuff today,
You should have
and
listened today.
he was supposed to be addressing the economy. The man is a squat, yeah, The man just put on a word salad there, go said it that I know. The man
Or
said,
But do you know?
and
Do you
about
know? Do you know that in the 4 years he
childcare.
was president, he has never passed. The only things that he has passed is everything that Obama put in place. He took it down. Other than
he
that,
took
he
it.
has not done anything to justify his presidency. So
Yeah,
I don't understand when
the
people
Supreme
say,
Court,
"Oh,
the
the
Supreme
He was,
Court,
economy, the
he was
economy
supposed
is
to be
better off
commenting on
with
childcare.
Trump."
the Supreme Court with Republican judges.
Yeah.
Of course, not only
But he
the
was
Supreme
supposed to be
Court,
commenting on
all the
childcare
appellate
today.
courts and
Harry Reid,
every court
Roe
that
v.
he could
Wade,
appoint a
Roe
judge.
v. Wade went through the door. That was such a big issue when Roe v. Wade was repealed. That is a
Well,
big
well.
stop in
Let
our
me let
history.
me let me interject something here because I work in healthcare.
Mhm.
Y'all remember a small thing called COVID?
Yeah,
A
Yeah.
small thing.
He handled COVID,
he get the cure for that. Drink
right?
chlorine
So
or something.
listen,
Clorox.
he
Chloro.
put he put millions of Americans' lives in danger, including mine. Right? Because
Really?
every day I had to go to work to deal with COVID that we didn't know nothing about, and people that was working with me passed away from COVID. I saw people dying in front of me every day. You know what I mean? From this thing, and he wasn't providing the right support for the medical people. He thought
Because
COVID
he doesn't know. He doesn't know, Hess.
The man
COVID
is a
would go
twit.
away in the spring,
By
right?
Easter. Yeah, by Easter.
Military.
And all of this stuff.
Yeah,
Do
he
you want
doesn't
him in
know.
charge of another pandemic? Would you want him in charge of another pandemic?
Hell
We
no.
don't want him in charge of
Himself.
anything.
So ask yourself
Anything.
that question.
He's only interested in himself and himself alone. End of story. He don't
That's
care
why when
about
that guy on the chat, what was the guy's name again, Hess? Blood born or blood something. When he
Bloodborne.
Yeah.
came in the chat and said that Camilla is this and he would vote for Donald Trump, I said, well, come on down and vote, because he's just talking. He's just talking stuff. He don't know what the hell's going on anyway.
Well,
Well, listen, everybody has their
Listen,
opinions.
in
Yeah.
you know
They're
what's
welcome
going
to
on.
their opinions, right?
I already have my a little graphic to post, you know, because I do not trust the American people in the story, right?
You
They
don't trust him as far as what? As far as voting in Camilla?
no, as far as voting back in Trump, they will vote back in Trump because Trump is who they are.
Yeah, but the thing is when they voted him in the first time, he had all these rednecks and white people that came out the woodworks. But those people don't trust him anymore. They're not with him anymore.
And
There's
some of
no
them are
way he
dead.
can win this time.
Some of them
There's
are
no way.
gone.
Yes, there's no way he can win this time.
Don't say
So
that,
I'm
Anton.
not
Never
I'm
say
not even
never.
concerned.
Don't,
Listen,
no,
they just
you can't be that
came out.
overconfident.
Just don't press the
The
American
only way he would win is if the
racist.
black people don't come out and vote. And black
And,
people are notorious for not coming out and voting. But that would be
Yeah,
the only way he
Anton,
gets in and
yeah,
she
but
doesn't.
he also have people that he doesn't want to. He already, are not gonna. He doesn't want them to certify anything. He got all these other little things going on.
listen,
Yeah, but
Anton,
there's
But he
laws.
needs to
There's
get
laws
back
behind
and
Anton,
you
everything.
up in jail.
Yes,
The
sir.
only way he's still go to jail is if he get to be president.
listen to me, fellas. He
He's
got
not gonna go
something.
to jail,
Listen,
president or not.
he has a Trump card in his pocket, and his Trump card
Yes,
is if he loses the election, he will appeal to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court will give it to him.
No, 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 no. That's
Don't
not
say
gonna work.
nah nah nah. Don't say nah
That's
nah
not
nah.
gonna
Come on,
work, Hess.
come on.
That's not gonna work, Hess. Hess, that's not gonna
Why
work.
is it not gonna
but he
work?
said he said that
Hess.
this will be the last time that you will have to vote. That you wouldn't have to vote again. He
Right,
did
because
say,
if he get in, he can probably put something in place that he gonna be president for life.
He hear
But
himself
yeah,
talking.
there are rules in place that would not allow him to do that. That all of that is
What
just
rules are in
talk.
place, Anton? What rules are in place?
Huh?
The
The
Supreme Court just gave
constitution,
him immunity. The Supreme Court
Yes, but they
ruled
can't
that
make
the
him
president
president.
cannot be
he can't serve more
prosecuted.
than 2 terms.
Right, but the Supreme Court can't make him president, Hess. The
No, they can't.
Supreme Court can pass certain laws, but there's certain things that the Supreme Court
The
don't have
Supreme Court can
Can't
jurisdiction
pass
over.
overturn
the
the decision for
constitution.
the election. He will go to them and say that this was stolen again, and they will nullify the election.
But he said it the first time, and it didn't
I
work
don't
out,
think
right?
Well,
I
he
don't think it
admitted
will
It didn't
quite
work out
happen
the
yesterday
like
he
first
that.
lost
time.
by a
What makes you
whisker.
feel
He
that he's gonna
admitted
say the second
yesterday.
time and it's
He
gonna work?
admitted yesterday that he lost by a whisker. He admitted yesterday that he lost by a whisker.
You're right. And you hear this white supremacist guy came in and say that he
What
really does need to be locked up. Now he says
president
all these people rioted
for
and
him?
created a lot of problems for him because he kept sticking to it that they stole it from him. And now And
He
now
lost by a
he is
whisker.
gonna come out and say that he did lose. The guy says he should be locked up. So even the people that were on his side now are going
Yeah,
against him.
yes, a lot of them.
Yes, even the people that were with him before, they realize the guy is a fraud. He is
Long
a
time
fraud.
ago. Anybody see he wife lately?
She left town.
Not since I saw her last week. She was over here by me, but I
I
haven't
think she
seen her
left
since she
town.
left the town.
You know, there's a marked absence.
Oh,
That's
okay, fair enough.
somebody going through.
You
Somebody
gotta
going.
let her go home. You gotta let her go home, sometimes. So I let her go home.
You know, for somebody running for office like that there. But they show the speech the other day, her acceptance speech. I read it side by side with Michelle Obama's acceptance speech. You overcopy the speech word for word.
Yeah, yeah, she did the last time. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
that
last
time.
time. That was the last time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it just proved that she's good at something. She's good at
but she
copying,
didn't but she didn't copy that. Her speech writer copied it.
Oh,
right? But
really?
she had to read it.
Yeah,
So at
Well,
least she's good at reading then.
at
She's
least she
good at something. You know that every 4 or 5 years, right? Just like a contract, she renews that marriage certificate because there's certain things there's certain clauses in that marriage certificate that gives her so much money. So if he wants her to stay with him, because running for president, if you ever notice, all the presidents have a wife. There are very few single people that run for president. So if he wants her to stay with him so he could run for president, he had to renew that contract and give her more money.
Oh yeah.
So if you don't see her, she's still there because she signed the contract. She got her money, so she ain't going nowhere.
Did you
Man,
see?
he
Did you
disgrace
see?
the office
Listen,
of president, man.
they
She
just
probably will
reported.
go. She probably will go this time after he loses.
Listen, they just
Well,
reported
the
that
son
the
will be gone,
Russians.
so there's nothing keeping her. The son will be gone.
Listen,
The son is
they
already
just
going off to
reported.
college.
They just reported that the Russians have been giving people hundreds of thousands of dollars to spread false information online. Right? Did you hear that?
But do you believe that the Russians have to do that? The Russians do stuff like that within their own country. They have a lot of hackers in Russia that can spread false information. They don't have to pay people. They got all these people doing that.
No, Anton. They just found a couple of American people here.
Oh, you mean Americans in America? Oh, okay. In America.
Yeah.
Okay. But that wouldn't surprise me. I mean, hey, if they give me some money, I might spread a few rumors.
You mean you might jump on the bandwagon too?
No, my honey, but if Bloodborne or whatever his name is can vote for Trump, but if they give me a few dollars, it gone past the corned beef and biscuit. There's no. If they give me, some money that I can spend even more time in Barbados, I'll be there.
The only thing is they wouldn't really know, but they don't really know who you vote for.
Huh?
But when you go in the booth, when you go into the booth, they don't know who you vote for when you go in the booth, or if you do mail-in ballot.
But y'all will know the difference. If you see me in Barbados for 8 or 9 months, you know that Trump bought me out. You ain't got to know how I vote. You don't know. I don't get a few 100,000 because I cheat now. I cheat a few 100,000. Why not vote for Trump, man?
That's all you want?
No, that's all I want. Right? Well, that's all I can spend. I only want as much as I can spend.
Okay.
You see all this stuff, but leaving all this money for your kids, they can spend. If I left $10 or $1,000, they can still spend it. So I want enough that I could spend to enjoy myself. If they give me more, I'll take more. But I ain't gonna twist the hand. That's easy, man. That's easy.
Anyway, I'm gonna bid you all adieu.
Okay, was a
With
pleasure hearing
notice.
you.
Time for the line to wrap up for the night.
Okay.
So until next Friday. But
Okay,
hey,
well, it was nice.
the line starts at what? The line starts at
7.
7.
At
7.
7.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
But next week I have revival, so I can't.
Okay.
I said pray for
I'm
us.
coordinating a revival, so I'm gonna have to. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to listen.
What we will do is we will put a picture up
After.
of you and we will think that you are still in the chat. And we will talk to you just like if you did. You just don't have to say nothing.
There's
You
some
messing
prayers
with
for us at the revival.
you messing
Yeah.
with me.
You can be like a
I'll be
Josiah that's
I'll be praying for
okay.
you
You're
all.
supposed to be there,
Thanks.
but you ain't supposed to say much, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, I'm coordinated, so I have no choice. It's
Yeah, you're
7 to
gonna
9.
share.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's
All
every
right,
night.
folks. Well, it was nice. It was nice talking to all of y'all.
A pleasure to
Nice
talk to
seeing
you and
you.
see you as
Here.
well. And you stay safe and well.
Yes,
You
it
too.
was.
You as well. All right, Charlie. Take care.
Thank you.
Yeah,
All
Charlie,
the best.
bye.
Bye,
Take
Yes.
care.
everybody. Next week.
All the best to end with the revival next week.
Thank you.
Okay.
Take care. Bye
All
bye.
right. Take
Thanks.
care, folks.
Bye.
All right.
Peace out.
All right. Bye.
Take
All right,
care.
take care.
The school song, Charlie, right?
Oh hell. Good thing you mentioned it quickly. Boom, 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 boom. Brand. There we go.
Yay. Yay. It was